Okay, who initiated the first kiss? Who apologizes first after a fight? Who is the funny one? Who is more romantic?
The Hollywood spotlight has swung once again onto Jennifer Lopez and Alex Rodriguez, but this time it's not about romance, reunions, or red carpets. It's about a surprising blow, a silent insult, and a reaction from JLo that insiders are calling her sharpest comeback in years. Everything started with Alex Rodriguez's new documentary, something he promoted as an honest look at his life, his rise, his scandals, and his comeback story. But fans quickly noticed one massive, glowing, impossible-to-miss absence: Jennifer Lopez. The woman who stood by his side during some of his darkest and brightest moments. The woman he proposed to. The woman he said changed him. The woman he planned a future with. And yet, she was basically erased.
Not a mention.
Not a moment. Not even a polite clip. Hollywood insiders didn't buy the creative choice excuse. According to sources close to Lopez, she found out about the documentary the same way everyone else did, through social media buzz, red carpet whispers, and trending headlines. At first, she brushed it off. JLo is no stranger to the ups and downs of fame. But as the clips began circulating, as commentators pointed out the glaring snub, and as A-Rod celebrated the documentary like he'd just rewritten his legacy, Lopez felt the sting. And that sting turned into fire. If you made it to this point, please subscribe to the channel and leave a weekly hype on 3 of our videos. People close to her say she was shocked, not heartbroken, not nostalgic, not emotional, just shocked. Because to Lopez, this wasn't about romance. It wasn't even about their breakup. It was about respect. And she felt that respect had been thrown out of the window in exchange for a cleaner storyline. What made it worse was the behind-the-scenes explanation insiders heard. Apparently, the filmmakers wanted to keep the focus strictly on baseball, scandals, and redemption arcs. That meant trimming out anything that didn't fit the sports hero angle. But anyone who remembers their relationship knows JLo was part of his redemption arc. She helped rebuild his public image, standing next to him at award shows, business launches, and charity events. She supported him during his recovery from his own controversies. She was there at the height of his return to fame, when the world had finally forgiven him. And now, in his big legacy project. Gone. Clean slate. No trace. People close to Lopez say she saw the move as not only disrespectful but incredibly embarrassing for him, because it made him look insecure, as if he couldn't acknowledge someone who played a real role in his life. And so, as the documentary gained traction, a new Hollywood buzz began building. How will Jennifer Lopez respond? It didn't take long. Instead of sending cryptic messages, instead of posting mysterious quotes, instead of arguing online, JLo decided to use the one thing she knows how to use better than almost anyone in Hollywood: her voice and her platform. Insiders say Lopez is preparing what they're calling a soft but sharp Hollywood clapback, a strategic, polished response that doesn't attack, but reveals. Lopez isn't planning to drag him. She isn't planning to humiliate him. She isn't planning a chaotic interview that will spark another celebrity feud. No, she's planning something far more powerful: the truth, presented her way. Sources reveal she's quietly working on a new project of her own, a behind-the-scenes, tell-all style feature tied to her music journey, her personal growth, and the battles she's fought that the public never truly saw. And yes, that includes the rise and fall of her relationship with Alex Rodriguez. Not as the main story. Not as a villain or hero moment. But as a chapter she's finally ready to explain from her side. The timing, of course, is what's sending shockwaves through Hollywood. Because if Lopez goes through with this, 2 major celebrity narratives will collide: A-Rod's polished documentary and JLo's unfiltered version of events. Suddenly, the entertainment world is bracing for a quiet war, one built not on yelling or drama, but on competing stories, competing memories, and competing truths.
And the studio know it.
Hollywood executives are already watching closely. Journalists are preparing questions. Publicists are tightening their strategies. Because whenever Jennifer Lopez speaks her truth, numbers spike, headlines explode, and the industry pays attention. What's even more interesting is Lopez's emotional stance. Sources say she's not angry.
Not heartbroken. Not nostalgique.
She's simply disappointed, and determined not to let someone else rewrite her history. For her, the real issue isn't the breakup.
It's the erasure.
She supported him publicly. She defended him. She helped reshape his reputation after years of scandals. She introduced him to new audiences and new opportunities. And now, in his version of his life story, she's treated like she never existed. That, insiders say, is why she's snapping back.
Not for revenge.
Not for attention. Not because she wants to start a fight. But because she refuses to let silence speak for her. Lopez has always believed in controlling her own narrative. From the days people mocked her body, to the tabloids who tried to tear down her relationships, to the critics who belittled her talents, JLo has always responded not with gossip but with work.
And now, she's doing it again.
People close to her say the tone of her upcoming project is confident, reflective, and honest. Not bitter. Not dramatic. Just real. But make no mistake, Hollywood knows that even a subtle move from Jennifer Lopez can shift the entire conversation. And that's exactly what's happening now. A-Rod's camp, according to insiders, is already watching carefully. They didn't expect the snub to blow up like this. They didn't expect fans to notice. They didn't expect commentators to call it disrespectful. And they definitely didn't expect Lopez to respond with strategy instead of silence. That's what's creating the tension. Not yelling. Not feuding. Strategy.
Silence versus spotlight.
Documentary versus documentary. Narrative versus narrative. And the timing couldn't be more Hollywood. While Lopez moves forward with her career, her music, her acting projects, and her public appearances, A-Rod now faces a growing wave of questions. Why leave her out? Why pretend the relationship didn't matter? Why erase a woman who publicly supported him during some of his biggest comebacks? And most importantly, what exactly is he trying to hide? Those questions are now fueling the online conversation. Comment sections are filled with fans defending Lopez, calling the omission petty, embarrassing, and unnecessary. Others speculate that A-Rod simply didn't want to reopen a chapter that ended in heartbreak. But Hollywood insiders insist it was a calculated choice to shape the story he wanted.
And now, Lopez is Chépinière.
One producer said privately, "This isn't a breakup revival. This is a narrative correction." Another insider added, "She's not fighting him. She's balancing the scale." And that's exactly how Lopez wants it. No chaos. No scandal. Just clarity. But even with all the calm, there's no denying it, a Hollywood clash is coming. Not explosive. Not messy. But powerful. Two former partners telling their versions of the past. Two storytellers rewriting history from different angles. And two massive fan bases ready to compare. If A-Rod wanted a clean narrative, he may have just invited the opposite. If he wanted to control the story, he may have just opened the door for Lopez to tell hers. And if he wanted silence, he may have awakened the one celebrity who never stays silent when it matters. J.Lo snapping back isn't just about him. It's about her legacy. Her truth. Her voice. And as Hollywood braces for her next move, one thing is clear, the documentary snub didn't end the story, it started a whole new one. And this time, Jennifer Lopez is holding the pen.